Hey guys, so what a nice day today. See, I just watered the grass this morning. It was actually nice and cool out this morning. Had to have been maybe in the upper 50s, low 60s. Right now it feels like it's probably in the upper 60s, low 70s. Not exactly sure what the temperature is today, but it's really nice. It's just a little bit after 10 a.m. So I thought I'm gonna remake a video on on how to clean a Spark Arrestor screen. Kind of like I did one video of it last year. To me, it didn't quite seem to turn out that good because apparently I didn't know on how to use the macro on my camera. So I figure I'd just remake it. So I'm going to use the Echo SRM 2400 SB for an example to do it. So let's get to work. Alright, so the first thing we're going to need to do, we're going to need to take this cover off. So there's two Allen bolts right here, and then there's a Phillips screw just to take this cover off. And so we'll do that. Alright, so first I'm going to take this piece off. And it's a Phillips screw. Alright, so now that's off. And so now we need to take these two Allen bolts off with a size 3mm Allen wrench. Okay, get that one off, I'll get this one off. Okay, I'll just get both of these off. Alright, so those are off. Alright, so before I can get this cover off, let me get the spark plug boot off. And I'll also take the spark plug out using a 3/4 inch socket, just so we can be able to get this cover off. And this is an E3 spark plug. So the plug for this is a E312, or you can also use a NGK BPM 7Y spark plug. Alright. Now this cover just comes off. If your cover is a little hard to get off, you kind of want to squeeze on it just to try to get that little shield off, and it should just come right off. Alright, now we're off. So I figured that I'll also take the muffler off. Alright, so to take this muffler off, just got to remove these two Allen bolts that's on it using a 4mm Allen wrench. Okay. Got that one loose, and I'll start loosening this one. Okay, I should probably get these off by hand. Alright. Muffler's off. Got this little heat shield and a gasket. Just set those aside. So, here's the muffler right here. Yeah, a little oily along here, so I'm assuming the muffler is probably going to be a little bit dirty, so I figure we'll probably clean it up as well. And also, since that the muffler's off, kind of look into the exhaust ports. Apparently the exhaust port on this machine is clean, apparently. I don't know if you can see that this particular engine has a 2-ring piston in it. So you can see the 2 rings right there. Alright, so now we'll take apart the muffler. Alright, so now we're going to remove the exhaust output here on the muffler. It has, you got to remove these 3 Phillips screws, just so that way we can get access to the Spark Arrestor Screen. Okay. Try to get all these screws out. So here's the exhaust output. Yeah, it's a little bit dirty. This is the silencer, the gasket, and the Spark Arrestor Screen. The screen doesn't look too bad. There's one little carbon deposit right there that's sort of blocking it, but other than that, it's actually not that bad. It's fairly clean. And let's look inside the muffler here. It looks a little oily in there, a little bit dirty, but it's not too bad. It's only this muffler's actually been cleaned out just once in its life. So a little bit oily, but it's not too bad. And my phone's ringing. Hang on a second. Alright, so I'm going to clean all this up here on our little stovetop burner on our gas grill. This is definitely the way to go on how to clean up a muffler, which y'all see me do this before on the on the Lawn Boys muffler. I just set it here on this burner, and then I would kind of flip it over a couple times, and it would only take about maybe 15-20 minutes just to clean it all up. But with the muffler maybe this small, for like on a weed eater, hedge trimmer, chainsaw, leaf blower, it probably won't take, since it's kind of a little smaller, it won't take very long. So I'll have this on high heat, and I'll get this fired up. Alright, I got her all fired up. So before I stick the muffler on, I'm going to do the Spark Arrestor Screen. Just put the Spark Arrestor Screen into the flame. If the Spark Arrestor Screen is like real dirty, like if it's all filled up with carbon, it'll smoke, and then it'll get real flaming. Usually if it was real dirty, it usually would be a lot more flamier, and it would be very smoky. I pretty much just stick the Spark Arrestor Screen, put it on here until it'll just start to get pretty much red hot. So it doesn't really take that long. This is definitely the quickest way to clean a Spark Arrestor Screen. a lot quicker than like using a wire brush or using like chemicals and stuff. This is definitely the way to go. Usually if there was like a lot of carbon on it, doing it like this, it'll actually turn all that carbon crud into dust. It'll just quickly disintegrate. Alright, so that's obviously good enough, so I'll stick this muffler on. So this shouldn't really take very long, so I'll get back to y'all when it's all done. Alright, so we got a clean muffler. Yeah, I have it on the needle nose pliers because I just took it off of the burner. This thing is really hot, so I'm going to let it cool off and then we'll put her back on. It's usually best if you can just clean these screens. If you just take them out, it'll make your machine run a bit louder. They're actually supposed to stop sparks from just coming out of the exhaust and causing a fire, which really don't want that. And so now we'll put her back on. Alright, so the first thing we're going to put on is the Spark Arrestor Screen. Just goes in like that. And we got our gasket right here. Our silencer. And the exhaust output. And then now we just got to put the screws in. Alright, so the screws are in. I just got them snug, so I'll just get them all tightened up. I like to just tighten these on evenly, just so there won't be no exhaust leaks. Alright, it's all together, so now we'll put her on the machine. Alright, so when you begin to put the muffler on, along with this heat shield, you kind of want these little notches kind of get into those grooves, just like that. Have it in just like that. So we'll get the muffler. Also, don't forget to put this gasket on. There's actually two of these gaskets. There's another one that's right here on the engine. So we will just get this on the gasket like that. It's kind of hard to actually do this with the camera right in front of you. And we'll just tighten up these bolts. Alright, so we'll just snug these by hand. Just hand tighten them. Okay. Kind of tighten them up enough by hand. Just kind of tighten. Do one side here till it's snug. Make sure you tighten these on evenly too. That ensures that the muffler on this goes on evenly, just to prevent any exhaust leaks. Alright, that one's snugged. Up. Okay. That one's good. Double check this one. Okay. Alright, so muffler is on, so now we'll get the cover on. Alright, so now we put the cover on. It's easier to put the cover on when the spark plug is not in. Okay. So we kind of got it on there. When you get it on, make sure that you have the fuel vent in its pocket, just like that. And also on one end of the end on this heat shield, there's like a little lip. You gotta like get it into this little lip on here on the cover here. So we'll try to get that all on. It does take a little bit of finagling, but we'll get it eventually. Alright, then you just heard it pop in. So now we just need to make sure that she's all lined up in there real good. So now we'll just get our bolts. And just get them on. Okay, so we're getting the bolts in. Oops, sorry about that. So I got that one snug, and I'll do this one. I'll just make sure they're tightened up. I can't get the Allen wrench out. Oh, there we go. Sorry about that, I bumped the tripod. Alright, we should be good. Oh, and also don't forget the top cover piece as well. It just goes on like that. We'll just tighten up our screw. And the last thing put in is the spark plug. Alright, and that's that. Alright, so it's all back on, so let's start it up. It's on choke. We'll give it a few primes, about 5. Okay, set the camera down. Let's see how she starts. Oh, how about that? Fired on the first pull. And that's that. So that's that. That's basically on how you would clean up a Spark Arrestor screen and a muffler on either any brand of either a weed eater, leaf blower, chainsaw, hedge trimmer, or any other machine that's got like a little small engine like this. So hope y'all enjoyed the video. So thanks for watching.